What's up, Warriors? Welcome to another Bitcoin price update. As you can see, yesterday I was telling you guys that we need to break this monthly in order to continue moving back up, right, to this Fibonacci levels. If we were not able to claim this monthly, right, then what was going to happen is that we're going to come back down to this weekly support system here. Now, the only thing I do want you to understand, you see this here? This is a single print, okay? If we come back down here to this levels, which we already started, as you can see, we kind of started already, right? If we do not start turning back up right now, the next level is going to happen is that we're going to come back down here to at least this weekly. This is the only support that I'm seeing here right now, right? But because there's this big single print here, usually what happens is that you come back down and touch the end of that single print, right? Which would be around here, okay? So, we need to see what's going to happen, look at the reaction, and understand that maybe we could just hold this level here on this weekly, which is around that 43,000 area or so, right? And start moving back up from there. In reality, we don't even need to get to that level. Sometimes it front runs it, right? So it can come down. As you can see right now, we're starting to move up just a little bit from this section, right? Is that going to happen? We don't know yet. But, the momentum, as you can see here, has turned red, right? So that means that the momentum is starting to come back down. So, you start having these little signs here and there. As you can see right here and below, it's also the histograms are red, but it's not big, right? It's not like big reds. It's just, somewhat. All right. So what we need to figure out right now is what does Bitcoin wants to do? At the end of the day, Bitcoin can go up, can go down, it can do whatever it wants, right? But when it starts breaking down from these high term levels, especially the monthly and the weekly, then you do get a big reaction. As you can see, we did try to break it here, right, the monthly, but we ended up getting rejected. We did trade around the top of it, right underneath, but that is super resistance because it's a monthly resistance, and at the end they're getting rejected, right? So it's the same as with this weekly. We could bounce around here for a while, right? You can bounce here, bam, 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 and then continue moving back up. But at the end of the day, you also have to think about that sometimes when you bounce around here and getting weaker, 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 usually that will means that it will break down, right? And if we do break down, well, you can start figuring out that we might come down to this line here, right? So, and then you have this line here. So, because this is another single print, not as big as this one, of course, right? But it is a single print nonetheless. So, now we just need to figure out what's it going to do if it comes down to this weekly here, right? So this is why you need to wait and see the reaction. Does it start closing above it and starts moving back up? Or with volume, right? If it has volume and it's pushing back up, then yes, you can start seeing us coming back down to this monthly range. Right now, we're trading in this range, If I look back, let me show you, okay? This was the other range. Look at that. Bam, right here, right? So from this level, as you can see, we're back over here, right? That's just what happens. Now, if you look at this though, this is a lower high from here. Okay, it created a lower high. Also, this created lower lows from this level, right? So this is the things that you got to start looking at. And this is on the 1 hour chart right now. Okay, now if we look at the 4 hour, right, it's similar. As you can see, higher low right here from this level, right? Also, if you look at here, this is a lower low from this levels, right? But, on this section, the histogram, the momentum did move up, right? It did turn green, but now we're starting to come back down. The only question is, are we going to back test this weekly and create the lower high here and then continue moving back up, right? Or are we gonna come down here, have weakness, and then start coming back down and then touch this daily support here? This is why you need to have a trading plan. You need to look at your technical analysis, and then you need to understand and say, okay, if this happens, is it going to go up? And if it starts moving back up, do you take a long from there? If it starts showing you weakness and it takes down, are you going to short from there, right? This is why you always need to create a plan, and you need to have a bullish and a bearish scenario. Most people always, oh, I just want to be bullish. I just want to be bullish. That is fine, but you need to have a good confluence that you can see that it is moving back up. You know, lately, as you can see, there's have been a lot of confluence here that you cannot break this. We have not been able to break this level, okay? And there's been 3 touches now on the high time frame, you know, that we have not been able to break it. And now it created a higher low right here, right? So now we need to just have a plan and understand that this is the situation that's happening. And when you have that plan, when you see your reactions, you need to execute your plan, right? That's how a professional trader trades, right? No emotions. You look at the plan, you created it. Now you know, you understand, okay, this is my long, this is my short. Of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes only, okay? You have to make your own plan. You have to do your own technical analysis and understand what you can see for yourself. And then do you feel that you need to go long or short, right? It's up to you. So that's for the video today, right? Right now, though, with this weakness, you know, I mean, we could start moving back up from here. You know, this is like you front running in, moving back up, right? And then try to back test again these sections here and see, can we break this, right? If we can break it, then of course we start moving back up, right? But we also have this level for resistance. Then we have this Fibonacci's, right, as resistance, and then we have this point of control as resistance before we can even think about moving to 48,000 to 50,000 area, right? So those are the levels right now. And then if we continue going back down, well, most likely we're going to start touching this weekly here, right? And if we cannot hold this weekly, well, then we're coming back down to the lower of this range, okay, which is around this section, around this, you know, 41,000, around 42,000 to around that 41,500 area, right? And if we cannot hold that, well, then we're coming back down to this lower range here, which is around that 40,500, right? And if we cannot even hold that, well, then we're coming back down to the old range, because as you can see, we still have this print right here, right? If we cannot hold this and we start coming back down, well, we're coming back all the way down, okay? And that's around the 36 to 35,000 area again. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm just giving you an outlook of what I see here so you can make your own decisions. You can do your own technical analysis, and you can start seeing how this, you know, how to read the charts, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a real quick one, okay? And I'll continue making them for you Monday through Friday. If you're not a member of my channel, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment below. I'll comment back to you, okay? And I hope you have a great day. And remember, let the profits come to you.